In the quiet little town of Riverside lived an elderly couple, George and Margaret Fletcher. They were kind, gentle, the type of grandparents everyone wished they had. But not their own grandchildren. No, to Ethan and Lily, they were just old people taking up space. Every weekend, George and Margaret would wait on their porch, their two rocking chairs gently creaking, a plate of warm cookies ready, and bright smiles on their wrinkled faces. They were always waiting for their grandchildren. But Ethan and Lily never smiled back. They never sat with them. They never even said thank you. Instead, they rolled their eyes, mocked their stories, and whispered under their breath, "Ooh, Grandpa talks too much," or "Grandma asks too many questions." And their parents? They were too busy, too distracted to notice what was happening. One afternoon, something changed. George stood at the door, holding a wooden box. It was carved with delicate patterns and painted in bright colors, reds, blues, golds, shining in the sunlight. He stretched it out toward Ethan. "I made this for you," he said, his voice gentle, "with my own hands. It took me 2 months." Ethan didn't even look at it. He pushed the box away and said coldly, "I don't want your old stuff." The box fell to the floor. The bright colors cracked. And George's heart cracked right along with it. That night, Margaret held George's hand as he sighed and said quietly, They don't need us anymore, Maggie." Margaret squeezed his hand with trembling fingers. "We still have love to give, George," she whispered, "even if they don't see it yet." A week passed. No visits, no calls. Then the phone rang. Margaret answered, and her voice dropped. Grandpa George had collapsed. Ethan and Lily rushed to the hospital. For the first time, they saw their grandfather lying on a bed, pale and weak, with tubes running from his arm. And suddenly he looked smaller, fragile, human. Lily broke down first, tears falling fast. "Grandpa," she choked out, "why didn't we spend more time with you?" George barely opened his eyes and whispered, "I was always here." Waiting. That night, something awakened in Ethan and Lily. They remembered the cookies, the stories, the handmade toys, the way their grandparents always looked at them with eyes full of love. Guilt hit them like a storm. After George recovered, everything changed. Ethan started sitting beside him, listening to the stories he once called boring but now felt like treasures. Lily helped Margaret bake cookies, laughing at old memories, feeling a warmth she never knew she was missing. The Fletcher home was no longer a quiet, lonely house, but a place filled with light, laughter, and second chances. George and Margaret finally got the respect they always deserved before time could take that chance away. The moral of this story is simple. Never ignore your grandparents. Their stories hold wisdom, their hands hold history, and their hearts hold a love you may never find again. Respect them while you still have them. If this story touched your heart, comment, "I respect my elders," and share this video so more people understand this priceless lesson. Thanks for watching.